Whenever we talk to parents about teaching their children and teenagers sex education, some often feel like teaching them sex education, we expose them, we make them to start thinking what they have not been thinking about before. Some feel like, oh, teaching them about their body parts, teaching them about relationship with the opposite gender, teaching them about sexual urge and all of that can make them to start thinking about those things. And that some of these teenagers and children may even start exploring these things. And because of that, some parents just felt that, oh, we don't really need to talk to our children about this. Let's just leave them as they grow up, they are going to get to know about it. And that is why we see so many young children these days, even when they go into teenagehood, they become teenagers, they don't even know anything about sex education that has come from their parents. And the problem with this is that the children are left to discover things on their own, and that is why we advocate against ignorance, being silent about this matter, because you as a parent, as educators, we are the primary source of information to our children, and any information we give them, it becomes a reference point to every other information they get out there. If somebody has told them something and they have heard that thing from you as a parent, first of all, the parent now becomes a reference point that they will want to confirm from you what their friends are saying, or what they are seeing on the internet. However, if internet gets there before you, or if their friends got there before you, their friends start talking to them about sex education before you, as before you the parent, your own information whenever it now comes becomes a secondary information that those children will now want to they want to confirm whatever you tell them with their friend. They will not say, okay, my mommy said this, my daddy said this, what do you think? And the reason is because we have left a gap. That is why at Castra Foundation we raise awareness about sexual and reproductive health, so that we know, we let our parents know that you, being the primary and most reliable source of information to your children, you should start teaching them sex education as early as possible, so that they will know what to expect, first of all from themselves and from other people when they meet them. Now, for instance, if you have taught your little girl or your little boy about their private part, you let them know that, oh, your chest is your private part, your penis is your private part, your bum bum is your private part, your lip is your private part. These are parts that nobody should touch. These are parts that nobody should see outside. If you have taught them about this, you will see that if anybody eventually or mistakenly touch that part or wants to touch it, they will come back home and tell you and say, oh, daddy, so person that did this, so person did that. Or if you have taught your children and say, okay, if anybody tells you, or let me say, if anybody touch your private part and tells you not to tell your father or not to tell your mother, or that if you tell anybody, the person is going to die or they are going to die, come and tell me. If you have equipped your child with this information, you will realize that if at any point there is a threat to their life, a predator, somebody who want to prey on them, they will quickly come and expose that person to you, and then you'll be able to help them. Is that taking? Or your teenagers, you have talked to them about wet dream, that they're going to have wet dreams. That is a sign that they are becoming an adult, and that they are becoming responsible. You start building all of this in them. You start talking to them about the fact that they are going to be having sexual urge, and that their sexual urge is normal, and that whenever they are feeling attracted to a boy, or they are feeling attracted to a girl, or somebody of the opposite gender, you're letting them know that that feeling is normal. But when they discover that that feeling is becoming too overwhelming or becoming very strong, they should come and talk to you about it. When you have discussed this with them, the first time that they are having those feelings, what do you think will happen? They will come and meet you as the parent, and when they come to meet you, you will be in the best position to now guide them. But many of us, hey, yeah, yeah, if they mistakenly come and tell you, daddy, I'm having feelings for a girl, oh, you will see the way, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. You start shouting, all your muscles will come out. You start assuming that they're already practicing that thing that that you have not talked to them about. So, and this is the reason. In fact, when I interact with some of these teenagers, they will say that they don't want to talk to their parents, because little thing like this that you tell their parents, the parent will start screaming, they will start shouting. In fact, one of them said, "Sir, I have like A to Z, I mean, to tell my parents. But when I just say A like this, they started shouting, and assume that I've already done everything. So I will just keep the remaining one in my mind. I will not tell them. And in fact, some of them said they prefer to discuss with their friends to discussing with their parents. And I mean, despite the fact that some of them even confirm that They know that their friends are not knowledgeable. They know that their friends' information are not correct, but they still prefer to discuss with their friends because their friends understand them better. So how beautiful will it be if your child can say, oh, my daddy understands me better, my mommy understands me better. You see, your child will be very close to you. Why? Because they realize that you are giving them that information when they need it, how they need it, and any question they ask you, you are answering them. So it is very safe for us to teach our children sex education. And because we know that many parents don't know what to teach them, the content of the sex education to teach them, some who knows the content, they don't know how the correct approach to teach age appropriate sex education. And for those who know the correct approach, they don't know when to start teaching this sex education. This is why we have taken it upon ourselves as a foundation to come up with content, training modules to equip parents and educators on the correct approach, the content, and the timing of sex education. Currently, entry is ongoing for one of the batches of our training, and maybe you are seeing this video at the time when the entry has closed. The training session happens every month, where we have new cohorts of parents and teachers who will come together on the WhatsApp group, and then we take them through 3 evenings of training on how to teach children and adolescents age and gender appropriate sex education. I look forward to having you in one of these cohort sessions. Please join us. And you know what? It is completely free, and you really have a lot of values uh, for your time and for your data. So I look forward to having you, so that we will no longer accept ignorance over exposure. Rather, we are going to give our children reliable exposures that will protect them from exploration, protect their future from consequences of premature or early exposure to sexual activity.